Hello, coolers. Welcome back to Viva Barca, the home of everything Barca, where we are going to be discussing on the latest on FC Barcelona. As usual, we start with this transfer story claiming that Barcelona will have to shell out 75 million euros plus in order to sign this AS Monaco defensive midfielder Aurelien Tchouameni. We are going to be discussing on that as we move ahead. Secondly, talking about Sergio Dest, it has been reported that Barcelona could include the 21-year-old defender in a swap deal with Sevilla for Jules Kounde. Thirdly, talking about Philippe Coutinho, it has been reported that Barcelona are set to retain 50% rights despite 20 million euros sale to Premier League club Aston Villa. Then finally, talking about the big one, Erling Haaland. I want us to discuss on 3 reasons why Barca could not sign Erling Haaland. We are going to be discussing on that at the end of this episode, so please stay tuned. So guys, as we get right into it, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel. If you haven't, give the video a like and make sure to watch the video right up to the very end. Speaking on the latest Here We Go podcast, transfer expert Fabrizio Romano has shed light on the transfer conditions that will need to be met by clubs keen on signing Aurelien Tchouameni from AS Monaco. The 22-year-old Frenchman is a wanted commodity in the transfer market heading into the summer transfer window. Clubs like Real Madrid and Liverpool have been hot on his trails for a while now. More recently, reports claim that Barcelona have also set their sights on Tchouameni as a potential long-term replacement for club captain Sergio Busquets. The former Bordeaux starlet has firmly established himself as one of the best in his position in Ligue 1. He has played 48 games in the current season, scoring 5 goals and setting up a couple more for his teammates. Naturally, there is a lot of interest in his services, but considering that his contract with Monaco runs until the summer of 2024, they hold the upper hand in any potential negotiations. And as reported by Fabrizio Romano, the Ligue 1 giants are looking at a fee of around 70 to 75 million euros for their prized asset in the summer. That certainly is a steep figure which could potentially rule Barcelona out of the race for Tchouameni. The Catalans were reluctant to shell out a large sum of money to sign Haaland, who is heading to Man City right now. So it is extremely unlikely that they would be ready to splash such sums on a midfielder. Instead, Barca might look at more affordable options, with Real Sociedad Martin Zubimendi also believed to be on the club's radars, while Ruben Neves for Wolverhampton Wanderers is also a target. As for Germany, it remains to be seen if any of the interested parties are willing to meet Monaco's exorbitant 75 million euro demands for the 22-year-old in the upcoming transfer window. Then on to the next story of discussion. Barcelona's pursuit of a new central defender has led them back to a familiar face in Sevilla mainstay Jules Kounde. The Frenchman, has been on the radars for the club for a while now, although speculations had died down recently. However, as we inch closer to the summer transfer window, Barcelona have reignited their interest in the 23-year-old and are eyeing a move. Xavi Hernandez wants to sign a top-quality centre-back in the summer despite the impending arrival of Andres Christensen from Chelsea, as there are growing concerns over the fitness of Gerard Piqué, who has been struggling with an adductor injury for the past couple of months. As reported by Dario AS, 3 defenders are on the agenda at Camp Nou in the form of AC Milan, Alessandro Romagnoli, Kalidou Koulibaly of Napoli, and the aforementioned Kounde. Given the latter's age and experience, he is likely to be more favoured option for Barca, and per the report, the club have initiated contact with the Jules Kounde's camp as well as Sevilla to explore the possibility of a move. However, his 90 million euros clause would pose a serious problem for Barcelona in the summer, which is why there is a chance that Barcelona might look to include a player as part of the deal to lower that price. And as per the report, Sergio Dest's name is being considered as a potential make-weight that can be offered to Sevilla in the summer. It is claimed that Sevilla's director Monchi has the 21-year-old fullback on his radar, signed from Ajax back in 2020, Dest has not flourished as expected at Camp Nou and could move on by the club. So using him as a sweetener in the deal for Kounde could make sense for Xavi and co, while Sevilla too might be receptive to such an offer. As things stand, the report states that the French international wants to sign for Barcelona and play under Xavi. Given that he is currently on wages of 2.5 million euros per year, Barca can afford his salary even if they double his current earnings. The transfer fee becomes the major sticking point, which they are now hoping to address by offering a player in a part exchange deal. Whether there is any positive movement on this front in the coming weeks remain to be seen. Then on to the next story of discussion. Reputed journalist Gerard Romero has offered an update on Aston Villa's pursuit of Philippe Coutinho. It appears the Premier League outfield are on the verge of closing out the deal with Barcelona over the signing of the Brazilian playmaker. The two parties are expected to reach an agreement in the near future. Romero believes Aston Villa will only pay Barcelona a fee of around 20 million euros for Coutinho. It is half of what Barca were expecting, with a loan deal even including a buyout clause worth 40 million. A poor financial situation in European football coupled with Coutinho's lack of form in recent weeks has played a key role in forcing Aston Villa to negotiate a lower fee. The Brazilian has indeed struggled with form in recent weeks. He has failed to register a single goal or assist for exactly 2 months now, which has coincided with Aston Villa's loss of form. But it appears Aston Villa coach Steven Gerrard still values the player highly. He has even played a crucial role in convincing Villa Ball to spend 20 million on the Barca forward as he looks to build a team around him in the coming seasons. Following a rough patch lately, Gerrard, who recently hinted at the Coutinho stay, believed the Brazilian can rediscover his form and help Aston Villa reach their goals next season. While Barca might not receive their desired 40 million for Coutinho, they have negotiated a clause that enables them to own 50% of the player's right. It essentially means that anyone who wants to bring in the Brazilian will have to negotiate with Barca for full rights for the player. It could also mean that the Catalans receive 50% of any transfer fee in the future, but the exact details are still unknown. Coutinho's immediate exit, meanwhile, could be vital in Barcelona's quest to undergo a major squad overhaul in the summer. After the former Liverpool star, Barca will look to offload other fringe players in the team, including Samuel Umtiti and Lenglet. Then on to the final segment of this episode. After all the rumors and speculations that carried on for months and months, there is clarity now on the future of Erling Haaland, the 21-year-old Borussia Dortmund striker who was being chased by almost every giant in Europe, including Barca, will be signed for Manchester City, with the Premier League champions issuing an official confirmation yesterday. Barca, for one, spent a lot of time and effort to try and sign Haaland from Dortmund. Joan Laporta and Xavi were keen on making him the marquee signing of the summer transfer window until recently. But as reported by Sport, there were several factors that spelled an end to Barca's pursuit of the Norwegian international. Firstly, commissions. Considering Barcelona's financial situation, a deal was always going to be very difficult. What made it more complicated for the club was the economic demands from Haaland's camp. As stated by the report, in general, agent commission range between 5 to 10% of the total transfer fee, which in this case, his release clause of 75 million. So ideally, the commission should have between 4 to 10 million euros. But Haaland's agent, the company of late Mino Raiola, demanded a sum of 50 million euros as commission, while the striker's father also wanted a signing-on fee for 50 million euros. And Barcelona were unwilling to shell out that kind of sum as they considered it immoral and unethical. Secondly, as a reason, was salary demands. Barcelona, as iterated earlier, find their hands tied due to finances, and that will prohibit them from handing out a big contract to incoming players in the summer. So Haaland's massive salary of 30 million euros per year, which comes down to 600,000 euros per week, was out of the equation for Barca. They were trying to change their policies from the past of handing out lavish deals to bring in a much more restricted and controlled model. It has seen them stick to a maximum of 6 million euros per year deal for all the players who have recently signed new contracts, as well as the two new signings of Andres Christensen and Frank Kessie. So paying Haaland's exorbitant wage was not on the cards, so impossible. The third reason, release clause. The final decision on Barcelona ending their pursuit was the players' camp demanding a release clause worth 150 million euros, which could come into effect in his second season. Haaland's camp stressed on this aspect as they could secure an exit for the striker in case things did not go well in his first year at the club. But Barca were reluctant to accept these terms as they wished to insert a clause worth a much higher value than would go in accordance with the investment made in him. With the move falling through, Barcelona are looking at other options who would not only cost much lesser than Haaland but also be willing to accept lower wages. So guys, with that we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Hope you did enjoy the video and also hope you did subscribe. If you haven't, please endeavor to do so you always stay in touch with the latest in FC Barcelona here on Viva Barca. Until next time, bye bye.